Good morning, students. This is Miss Yashi, your computer teacher, would like to acknowledge you about our next chapter, that is memory and storage. In this chapter, we are going to learn about computer storage in bits and bytes, plus internal and external memory, plus various storage devices. Students, as we know that our brain has ability to store our memories, same as a computer has. That means, like our brain, the computer also uses both short-term and long-term memory to store data or information. However, we tend to forget things with passage of time, but computer can retain the stored data for years together. And this data can be retrieved from the computer's memory when needed. Now let us see computer storage in bits and bytes. Computer can understand only two states, which are on and off. On is represented by 1 and off is represented by 0. Zeros and ones are called binary digits or bits. The data which is stored in the computer's memory is stored in the form of bits and is measured in bytes. A bit is the short form of binary digit. It is the smallest unit of measurement used to quantify computer data. Therefore, in computer storage, bits are often grouped together in 8-bit clusters called bytes. That means 1 byte is equals to 8 bits. Since a byte contains 8 bits that each have two possible values, a single byte may have 256 different values. Students, as we have many cupboards at home, some are smaller and some are bigger in size. We can store our things with respect to their storage capacity. Same as our computer devices stores. Let us now see the size of computer's memory. 8 bits makes 1 byte. 1024 bytes makes 1 kilobyte. In short, it is called KB. 1024 KB makes 1 megabyte, in short it is called MB. 1024 MB makes 1 gigabyte, in short it is called GB. 1024 GB makes 1 terabyte, that is called TB. 1024 TB makes 1 petabyte, that is called PB. 1024 PB makes 1 exabyte, that is called EB. 1024 EB makes 1 zettabyte, that is called ZB. 1024 ZB makes 1 yottabyte, that is called YB. Students, every computer has a certain amount of memory where data and instructions can be stored. The capacity of memory determines that how much data and instructions can be stored in the computer. Also, the data which is stored in the computer may retain either temporary basis or permanently. A computer has two types of memory, which are internal memory, also called as primary memory, or external memory, also called as secondary memory. Now we have two types of internal memory, which are RAM and ROM. RAM stands for random access memory and ROM stands for read-only memory. In external memory, we have many devices like CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, hard disk, pen drive, memory card, etc. Now let us see about internal memory. It is the primary memory and the main memory in the computer system. Usually, these are chips or modules that are attached directly to the motherboard, which is present inside the CPU. It has mainly two types, that is ROM and RAM. Now we are going to learn about them one by one. First of all, RAM. RAM means random access memory. Random access is the process of transferring information to or from memory in which every memory location can be accessed directly rather than being accessed in a fixed sequence. Children, random access refers to the ability to access data at random. That means any byte of memory can be accessed without touching the preceding bytes. RAM is found in servers, PCs. PCs means personal computers, tablets, smartphones, etc. Also, RAM allows for faster access to files as compared to other types of data storage. RAM is a type of computer data storage and stores the file that are in use while computer is running. Now, let us learn about ROM, that is read-only memory. It is a type of a storage medium that permanently stores data on personal computers and other electronic devices. As ROM is read only, it cannot be changed. It is permanent and non volatile, that means it holds data also when power is removed, and also it can store data for a long period of time, which means that after shutting down your computer system, also your ROM will handle the data, it will store the data. Students, ROM is attached to the motherboard which is present inside the CPU box. A ROM chip stores several megabytes of data, usually 4 to 8 MB per chip, whereas RAM chip can store multiple gigabytes of data ranging from 1 to 256 GB per chip. Therefore, RAM is more expensive than ROM. Now, external memory. It is also called secondary memory. It is used to store information for a long period of time. That means you can store your information inside your secondary memory devices for a long period, means for several years. Data is not lost in the external memory even when the computer is turned off. It is essential because the internal memory of a computer has a limited storage capacity. Children, why do we use external memory? For what? What is the purpose behind using this memory? The main purpose is that it is essential because the internal memory of a computer has a limited storage capacity.